At an orphanage, bullies kick a young boy cowering on the floor. A girl runs in, shouting. The bullies scatter. She rushes to the boy's side, helping him up. He looks down bruised and crying. She offers him a wrapped snack. He takes it gratefully. She speaks to him with a kind expression. He nods, tears streaming down his face. Later, the boy stands on the steps in a pink suit, a backpack on his shoulders. He speaks to the girl with determination. She looks worried. He pulls out 2 small figurines, handing one to her. He points at the toys, making a promise. She nods sadly. He turns and walks away. Looking back one last time, the girl watches him go, singing softly. She clutches the figurine to her chest, tears in her eyes years later. The boy is now a CEO in a sharp suit. He stares at his figurine with longing. His assistant rushes in with urgent news. The CEO's eyes widen. He grabs the assistant, his expression intense. The assistant confirms the news. A wide smile spreads across the CEO's face. He turns and storms out of the office. Ignoring his assistant's protests, he gives a quick order, then rushes away. In his car, he looks at the figurine and smiles. Determined. Meanwhile, the girl, now a young woman, packs a suitcase in her room. She picks up her matching figurine from the bed, holding it close, her face full of sorrow. Suddenly, her father bursts in, his face contorted with rage. He points to the door, ordering her out as a storm gathers outside. She scoffs at his words. He becomes more agitated, shouting. She glares back, then suddenly leaps to her feet, grabbing his arm. She yells in his face. He stares at her in disbelief, his argument failing. He points a trembling finger at her, then collapses into a chair, defeated. The wife stands over him, a cruel smirk on her face. Just then, another woman enters the room. Their real daughter. She walks up to the adopted girl, who stands frozen with her suitcase. The real daughter looks her up and down with contempt, then points to the door, a triumphant sneer on her face. The adopted girl tries to explain, but the real daughter cuts her off, a smug look on her face. The adopted girl turns and walks away with her suitcase, pausing to look at a family portrait on a table. She picks it up, her eyes filling with tears. The real daughter watches from the stairs, arms crossed, a look of pure hatred on her face. The adopted girl turns to leave, but the real daughter blocks her path. Pointing at the photo frame, the adopted girl pleads with her, but the real daughter grabs the frame, trying to rip it from her hands. They struggle. The real daughter shoves her hard, sending her stumbling into a vase. The parents rush down the stairs. The mother immediately accuses the adopted girl, her face twisted in fury. The mother checks on her real daughter, then whirls around and slaps the adopted girl across the face. The adopted girl stumbles back in shock, tears streaming down her face as she denies everything. The real daughter puts on a show, claiming the adopted girl attacked her. The father looks at the adopted girl with disgust, pointing an accusing finger at her. The mother calls her ungrateful. The adopted girl cries, pleading with the mother, but the mother coldly dismisses her, revealing the harsh truth. The adopted girl was only a replacement, a stand-in for their real daughter. The adopted girl collapses in tears. Completely heartbroken, the mother points a finger at her, her face filled with contempt. The real daughter smiles cruelly, savoring her victory. The adopted girl stares in disbelief, her face a mask of pain. The real daughter taunts her, a cruel smile playing on her lips. The adopted girl finally breaks, screaming at them, accusing them of stealing her life. The mother slaps her again, shouting at her to be grateful. The real daughter joins in, her voice dripping with venom. The father tries to intervene, but his wife and daughter ignore him. Just then, the father's phone rings. He answers it, his expression changing from anger to shock. The powerful CEO is giving their family a massive construction project. The mother and real daughter are ecstatic. The real daughter excitedly mentions the CEO's name. The adopted girl freezes, clutching her cheek, a look of stunned recognition on her face. The adopted girl mutters the CEO's name, her mind racing. The real daughter scoffs, claiming all the good fortune is because of her. The mother agrees, calling her a lucky star and her adopted sister a jinx. The father interrupts, revealing that the CEO is giving them the project specifically because of their real daughter. The mother is overjoyed, asking if she knows the powerful man. The real daughter looks confused, denying it. The mother reminds her they both spent time in an orphanage. The real daughter claims she can't remember. The father says the CEO is on his way. The family celebrates, ignoring the adopted girl completely. As she turns to leave with her suitcase, the real daughter throws a vase at her feet, shattering it. She blocks the door, accusing the adopted girl of injuring her and demanding she take off her shoes before leaving. The adopted girl stares in horror, her face a mixture of shock and despair. The adopted girl looks down at the broken vase, then back at the cruel family. The mother continues to berate her. The real daughter smirks. The adopted girl finally speaks, her voice trembling with emotion. She accuses them of wanting to humiliate her. The real daughter confirms it with a cold smile. Outside, a storm rages. A luxury car speeds down a wet road. Inside, the CEO looks at his watch impatiently, then clutches his figurine. The father tries to reason with his wife, but she shuts him down. The adopted girl looks at them with tears in her eyes, then agrees to their demand. She takes off her shoes, the real daughter watching with a triumphant sneer. The adopted girl looks at them one last time, her voice filled with pain and defiance. She tells them she owes them nothing, that they stole her from her real family. With a final look of contempt, she declares their relationship over and throws the shoes at their feet. The mother points a finger at the adopted girl. Enraged, the real daughter smirks, telling her to leave before the CEO arrives. The adopted girl turns to go, but the real daughter follows, pretending to help her. then trips and knocks over another vase. She feigns innocence. The adopted girl looks at her with disgust, then collapses to the floor in tears. The real daughter laughs cruelly. The adopted girl, defeated, begins to walk barefoot across the broken glass, her feet bleeding with each step. The father looks on in horror. The mother just smirks. Suddenly a fleet of luxury cars pulls up outside. Bodyguards rush out, holding umbrellas in the pouring rain. The CEO steps out of his car, his face a mask of determination. He strides towards the house, his eyes fixed on the door. He enters just as the adopted girl stumbles, her face streaked with tears. Their eyes meet. A look of shocked recognition passes between them. The CEO's face softens. He whispers her name. The adopted girl faints. The CEO rushes forward and catches her, sweeping her up into his arms. He stares down at her face, a single tear rolling down her cheek. He looks at her bleeding feet, his expression hardening. He orders his assistant to get a first aid kit. The assistant rushes to obey. The CEO carries the girl inside. Kicking aside her suitcase, he gently sets her down on the couch. The assistant returns with the kit. The CEO carefully removes a shard of glass from her foot. She flinches in pain. He gently cleans and bandages the wound. The family stands by. Stunned, the mother finally speaks, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. The assistant introduces the CEO. The family fawns over him. The CEO's eyes narrow as he looks at the adopted girl on the couch, then back at the family. He asks why they treated her so cruelly. The mother quickly introduces her real daughter. The real daughter smiles sweetly at the CEO, introducing herself. The CEO looks at her, then back at the unconscious girl, a smile spreading across his face as he remembers her real name. The mother, sensing an opportunity, suggests they knew each other from the orphanage. The CEO agrees, playing along. He then turns to the real daughter, a charming smile on his face, promising to help her remember him. The family is thrilled. The CEO then turns, his gaze falling on the unconscious girl, and asks who she is. The mother points at the adopted girl lying to the CEO. The CEO stares at her, his expression unreadable. The mother continues her act, blaming the adopted girl for everything. The adopted girl tries to defend herself, but the mother shouts her down. The CEO gently touches the real daughter's head, his voice soft. The real daughter plays the victim. The mother piles on more lies. The CEO's eyes flash with anger, but he conceals it. He turns to the real daughter, holding her hand, and declares that he knows she would never lie. He then orders his men to throw the adopted girl out. Just as they move to grab her, an elderly couple bursts into the house. The woman rushes to the adopted girl's side, crying her name. The CEO freezes, staring at the old woman, a look of dawning realization on his face. He asks her what she called the girl. The old woman repeats the name. The CEO's eyes widen in shock. The real mother cries, telling her daughter she's finally found her. The girl stares at her, then whispers, "Mom." The real father kneels beside her, his face wet with tears. The girl looks at him and whispers, "Dad." They embrace. A tearful reunion. The CEO watches, his expression unreadable. The adoptive mother tries to explain, but the real mother explodes with rage. She screams at the adoptive family, accusing them of lying and stealing her daughter's life. She recounts 10 years of searching, of selling everything they owned, of her parents dying without ever seeing their granddaughter again. As she screams, lightning flashes outside. The girl cries, overwhelmed with emotion. The adoptive mother scoffs, blaming the girl for being ungrateful. The real mother glares at her, her eyes filled with hatred. The girl denies the accusations, pleading with her real parents. The adoptive mother continues to lie, twisting the story. The duber today, the girl turns to her real parents, desperately trying to explain. They believe her, embracing her tightly. The real mother turns to the adoptive mother, her voice trembling with rage. She vows to uncover the truth, no matter what. The CEO watches the scene unfold. The real daughter puts on a show, pretending to be hurt and betrayed. The CEO places a comforting hand on her shoulder. The adoptive father joins in, scolding the girl for her supposed lies. The CEO steps forward, his arm around the real daughter. He announces he will sue the girl and her family. The adoptive mother gloats, threatening them with jail time. The real parents fall to their knees, begging for mercy. The real parents beg for mercy. The adoptive mother scoffs. The real mother throws herself at the adoptive mother's feet, begging. The adoptive mother kicks her away. The girl rushes to her mother's side. The adoptive mother demands they slap themselves. The real parents begin to slap their own faces. Over and over, the girl cries out, begging them to stop. The real daughter smirks, enjoying the show. The adoptive parents watch with cold satisfaction. The girl tries to stop her parents, but they continue crawling across the broken glass, their hands and knees bleeding. The CEO watches in disgust. His figurine falls from his hand, shattering on the floor. A flashback reveals the promise he made to the girl as a child. He stares at the real daughter, then at the girl. The real daughter rushes to help her mother up. The girl stares at the figurine in the real daughter's hand. The real daughter taunts her, accusing her of being a thief. The CEO looks at the figurine, a thoughtful expression on his face. The girl tries to explain, but the real daughter interrupts. The adoptive mother chimes in. The girl, defeated, agrees to give up the figurine. The real daughter offers it back with a condescending smile. The CEO stops her, telling her she is too kind. The real daughter pretends to be generous, then offers the figurine to the girl, who reaches for it. The real daughter pulls it back, then drops it on the floor. The girl stares in shock as the figurine breaks. The real daughter feigns concern. The girl screams at her, but the real daughter plays the victim. The CEO, believing the real daughter, scolds the girl for her supposed carelessness. The adoptive mother chimes in. The real mother tries to offer money for the broken toy, But the CEO dismisses her, telling them all to leave. The adoptive mother orders them out. The girl and her real parents turn to leave. Defeated, just then, the assistant's phone rings. He answers it, then informs the CEO that a hotel has canceled all their bookings, but is ready to host a wedding for him and the real daughter. The adoptive mother's eyes widen in shock and delight. The CEO smiles, taking the real daughter's hand. He proposes to her. The adoptive parents are overjoyed, urging their daughter to accept. She agrees, a triumphant smile on her face. The CEO announces he will send over the engagement gifts and invites the family to move in with them. The adoptive parents are ecstatic. The CEO explains he wants to treat her parents as his own. The adoptive mother is moved to tears. As the girl and her real parents turn to leave, the adoptive mother orders them to get out. The CEO stops them, his expression suddenly cold.